Well, Sargent's Gardens is holding a seminar, Mid-Century Fun. You get to explore how landscaping brings mid-century and postmodern homes to life, especially in a city like Rochester, where these iconic styles have shaped the neighborhood. So we have Jason here to tell us more about this fun seminar. So thank you for coming in.
Well, appreciate it. A wonderful opportunity.
Yes.
A lot of people may not know that Rochester has a rich history of mid-century homes.
I had no idea.
Wonderful lineage of architects: Frank Lloyd Wright, John Howe, Mark Hagedorn. Rochester has more Frank Lloyd Wright houses in Rochester than any other city in the state of Minnesota.
Wow, and this guy is huge in the mid-century realm, right?
And then all his students that followed him around to different communities designed buildings. And so we're fortunate to have those influences of architecture here in Rochester.
Cool, cool. So tell me more about mid-century. So we're talking like asymmetry, curves, kind of funkiness, right?
So mid-century, which is part of the postmodern architecture, usually means more linear lines to the structure, large overhangs, picture windows, or more access to the outside to inside the property. So they use that a lot in their designs and the architecture. And they usually indicates different unusual roof lines, things like that. But it also allows for an opportunity to do something more fun on the exterior and the interior than maybe your more traditional home.
Right. And so when you said we're bringing like outside inside almost. And so what I'm envisioning is like at the center of the home you have like a glass box with like the garden inside. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Well, there's courtyards, but there's also a flow from the living spaces inside the home, and modern trends also want you to introduce more living spaces outside and how that flow can be more open. And a ranch style or an atomic ranch home would lend that because it's all on one plane, and so you have better access to the outdoor without a deck, things of that nature. So again, it allows for a lot of flexibility. You know, the clean lines of the architecture that goes with the landscape provide a transitional aspect, much like this flex steel chair. You can use it in a contemporary setting or a more modern setting.
Yes. And so how do we do that? How do we do like mid-century with our landscape? In my mind, I'm thinking like those bulbous bushes.
So topiary aspects or Japanese tea garden influences are very common in mid-century. There's also more prairie style where you use native grasses and more linear aspect. And then there's more traditional aspects that you would find common in the Midwest, but you could just implement them and do mass plantings of things to give you big blocks of colors instead of individual plants next to each other. You do big blocks of things and maybe more angles instead of curves. And again, that ties in with the architectural features of the properties.
Yeah, so thinking more about how we can add that Midwestern twist on it too, because I mean, we're a product of our environment. You know, we're gonna have some of those Midwestern staples like what are they called? Hostas? Yes,
yep. So again, the use of conifers to have a 12-month aesthetic, all the plants that we're familiar with that we use daily here, all can be incorporated into a mid-century design. So it isn't plant specific or anything, it's more about the mentality and the theory of the design and how you organize those materials to give you that effect. Yeah,
so this mid-century has been almost like a buzzword for the past like 5 years or so, and we're hearing like mid-century modern. How does that relate to 2025 now?
Well, I would say, first of all, there's a lot of people that seek out mid-century homes, you know, and because it's popular and they have that aesthetic. So you buy the home, you get all the Herman Miller furniture that goes with it, but then when it comes to the outside, there isn't really anyone that specializes in incorporating that into a landscape. What I would also say is that a lot of modern construction for contemporary homes take a lot of influences from mid-century or postmodern architecture. So even brand new homes that are in a contemporary fashion can benefit from some of the theories that are used in mid-century design.
Oh, this is so interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and we can learn more about that from the seminar.
Yep,
right?
So August 14th at Sargent's on 2nd. It's open to the public, starts at 5 o'clock and goes till 6. There's no charge for the event. Myself, I will be there along with our other designer, Alec Johnson, who has some architectural background as well. And so we'll provide some information and theories on how you can highlight your home, whether it's mid-century or not, but take some of those influences to incorporate into your own yard. And we can help you with designs or just give you some tutorials. It's going to be a fun, exciting event that hasn't been done around here before.
No, I know. And when you said free, I was like, what?
Right.
That's so awesome. So it's Sargent's on 2nd,
Sargent's on 2nd, yeah.
Okay, and so could I potentially bring in like my ideas? And I'm like, hey, like how do I make this mid-century?
Absolutely. Yeah. If you have interest in incorporating mid-century into what you have at home now, we'd be glad to show you some techniques on how to do that. We'd also be able to provide you designs if you wanted to go that far down the road. So again, it's mainly just to appreciate the mid-century aspects and influences in Rochester, and just explain that there are some uniqueness for the design applications. But the main thing mid-century to me is it introduces fun. Right? So you can do things different in your backyard or your front yard that's eclectic to your lifestyle, and so it works out really well.
Yes, it does, and Sargent's is the place to do it. There's so much going on at Sargent's too. So tell me about what you do at Sargent's.
So I am the sales and design manager at Sargent's for their landscape installation and garden services. So I'm one of the many designers that we have that are all well versed in plant health and plant location and different design theories. So it's been a privilege to be able to work there and represent the company.
Oh yes, and I love hearing you talk about your passion, because it makes me light up too. I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm sure everyone back home is feeling the same way. So thank you, Jason, for coming in and sharing this passion.
We appreciate the opportunity. Maybe we'll see you on the 14th.
Yes, you will.
Okay, good.
Well, we have more to come on Midwest Access. I went to the Houston Hoedown. Okay, I'll tell you about it after the break.